hospitality.
Yeah, remember we were throwing knives?
It was,
Knives are my
however many years ago. But for yourself, what was your first taste of hospitality? When did you first dive into that?
McDonald's when I was in high schoschool.
Okay. All right. Tell me about it. First experience working fast food. How was it?
I was an HUSTLER hustler from the start. Because when you're working at McDonald's, we had like a play place and we were able to have parties.
Okay.
The second I was like, I want to do the parties.
Okay.
Because I found out they got tips.
Ah.
And they were like, oh, well, we let the girls do the party.
Taste. All right. Oh, no. Wait, what the fuck?
I know. But also, it was, the positions at McDonald's are actually very sexist.
Oh, yeah.
Very sexist. So when girls and boys when people apply to McDonald's,
okay.
If you're female, they'll push you to the cash register.
Yeah.
Or if you are not as great looking, they will push you into the kitchen. And then like the better looking males, they'll be like, you can do cash. So like I was on cash.
Yeah.
I was hired to do cash. And I was like, okay, this is cool.
Nice.
But I was in the kitchen mostly. I was like, this is not for me.
Fair enough.
Then when I wanted to do the birthday parties, it was great. And I wasn't the fastest at it.
Okay.
But boy, did I suck up to those suburban mothers.
All right.
And like people would make like $20. I was making $50-$100 per birthday party.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So that was your first taste there. Why'd you keep on coming back for more? Was it that first taste of the tips and such, or did you enjoy the experience of hospitality and such as well?
I think it's all encompassing.
Yeah.
I mean, the tips are it shows like if you try harder, the experience that you're going to give someone is better than what anyone else can give them.
Yeah.
And I knew that at that point. Like I knew the plates like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
I knew the menu like the back of my hand. I'm like, no one's going to give a better presentation than me.
You got on lock.
And then when you get the money, you're like, okay, I did something good here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a reward system.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're doing something for someone else. You're getting something out of it.
Yeah.
It's like, what's bad here?
Well, I think there's plenty of fucking bad there. I can't stand the hospitality industry anymore.
I love
and I'm
it.
so happy I'm done with it. I also have an utmost love and admiration for my fellow coworkers throughout the years.
Yeah.
And anyone who enjoys doing it, I completely respect them enjoying that work. For myself personally, I just got tired of the people. I loved camaraderie and the team aspect, I loved that. I loved going through a shit show with horrible people, but having a strong team to fuck around with and joke about these terrible people with. But after a while, being around those situations with whatever just started to get to me. And then after everything that went down, the idea of, when I was initially looking to get back into work with that really not being an option anymore, I was like, oh, well, I kind of wanted this before all this happened anyways, so let's figure out something else. Let's talk more hospitality. Let's get a little more specific. Let's get into Butler now.
Well, I noticed that, like, what you were saying, like, things get bullshit. Like, when we first started at Butler, like, we loved it.
Oh,
and then when we started supervising and making our way up and then getting into, we're like, what do you want to do? Yeah. You want to work during the slow season. How do you do that? You get up into the venues.
Yeah.
We start working the venues. We realized these are all political.
Yes.
And that's where we really started hating our lives.
Yes. Now, the thing is, like, if that was available today, if I were to go back to doing any sort of hospitality, the idea of having fun with that crew of people, again, if that crew of people was still there and it was like going back to the ROM to do a Friday Night Live or something like that, I would absolutely do that. The idea of going back into the industry at a new company or something and going to do a random lawyer's office, freaking whatever. I
would do that.
No, see, for me, it's just the idea of like those people, just like not everyone's a nice person. I get that, and it's not their actions that's your matter; it's your reaction. But after a while, it's just like, how about you just don't put yourself in that situation anymore? You know what I mean? Like that was it for me. My personal experience with that. That being said, fuck man, like some good times were had.
Absolutely.
That's for damn sure. When you think about good times, do you have any specific stories you remember you want to share?
I can't talk about them because it's all like the best times for me were like involving like famous people.
Okay.
And I can't talk about like which celebrity I had to pour a shot of vodka in her mouth while she was getting tattooed on her wedding day. Like I can't do that. But yes, that did happen.
That's great.
And
that's great.
Weird shit like that. Okay, so you know how like I know you are a tongue biter, and that's why you don't like hospitality as much, is because there's a lot of times you wish you could say certain things and you don't. I've also seen you explode on people, so I know that you don't 100% keep it in. But I would say like a good number for you is 80% of the time you keep it in.
I think in a situation when you're working, you have to. You know what I mean? You can't just explode on everybody, or you won't last.
Disagree. I've lasted. Many have tried to cancel me. Many have failed.
Okay.
I'm one of those people who just like, I am professional in the right sense, but like if there's something that like, you know how they say, if you feel like you might not say something, don't say it. I'm like, actually, I might say this one.
Well, when it comes to the fellow workers,
today I will.
But like when it comes to the fellow workers and our fellow butlers, and you know, especially when you had to like analyze your team and stuff like that, I had no problem with. It was more so when I'm dealing with a client and this client is in control of where I am, and it's like this client is an absolute or the best, you know, a nice, rich, entitled, fucking whatever walk of life, who's like, do you know how much I've donated here? Give me more alcohol. And you're like, no, we've been closed for an hour.
Yeah.
Go get Jason. I you know how much money I've given. That's when I bite my tongue. When it comes to one-on-one,
Jason's in the bathroom with a dick in his butt right now. He doesn't have the time.
When it comes
so we're done here. We're closing up, and where's my dip? Thank you so much.
But that's what I'm saying, though. It was more so about the clients I'd bite my tongue. When it came to other people, I was very straightforward, you know, and I've only lost my shit on a couple of clients. And in those situations, they deserve to have their shit
It's not about
lost
losing
on
your
them.
shit. I've certainly done it many times, but it's more about making a smart, witty, snide comment.
Okay, I love that, yes.
But it releases a little bit. So even though you've got all this built up inside, being able to allow yourself to do certain things like that here and there prevent you from major blow-ups.
Okay.
Or hating yourself in general, which I learned very quickly to do in hospitality.
Okay.
So because I really don't hold back, and I don't always utilize the filter, I'm able to like live with less regrets than most people.
Okay.
Just do what you fucking want to do.
You got yourself a Butler poem right there.
I do.
What's going on here?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I don't even remember if I think this was downtime on a shift. Because this is like, you know, your supervisor's kit, you're like, I need tape, pins, paper, pen.
I do remember.
So I think this was like yeah, definitely. Because it's like type of event/occasion.
Okay.
Menu, rental. Okay. So yeah, I think this was just like in my bag at one point. And then I usually throw these out when I'm done with them. But I think it was such gold that I kept it.
Well, you got my interest.
What have you been doing the last few months? I've been cleaning everything.
All right.
And I found this.
Let's go with the poem. Let's go with it. I'm excited. I'm sure anybody who's watching is excited.
It's like a poem/rap.
All right. See, now you're just taking it to the next level. Let's go.
Let's do this. Oh, I don't remember the rhyming scheme, but I think it's like, I pass hors d'oeuvres like a mad hatter, come back to the kitchen with an empty platter. I'm a king at teardown, something you read about in fables. Fucking kill those chairs, stools, and 8-foot tables. I pass red and white wine and sparkling water. Bridget stole from the rum, but the office caught her. Don't. Weddings are the best, what can I say? It's easy to tell when the groom is gay. We've all been there. Forks are on the left, knives are on the right. I always get those place settings so tight. I'm on bar, but they didn't rent an ice bucket. Hal says figure it out, but I say fuck it. Oh, shout out to Hal. Oh shit, looks like we're short 4 or 5 linen. I guess I don't have to do that much pinning. I have a 12-hour at the AGO. I hope I can last. All they give me is lentils, so I give them gas. It's fact. Love you, AGO. I've been too busy to eat. I'm getting bony. Or maybe I'm just avoiding the food at Sony.
Ooh.
We're understaffed, it's kosher, and I'm full of fear, but no worries because Christine Myers is here.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah. The supervisor's doing nothing but making us work, but gets to eat first. What a jerk. I'm in dish because I came in black bistro instead of white. Put a napkin in my Ranix and I'll start a fight. I just met Ashanti and she's touching my hiney. Christian's so funny and Simon's so tiny. Past the expected end time, I can almost see the moon. Renard's getting cranky. Helena's gonna die soon.
Oh, no!
That was donated by Bobby Bennett? No.
Oh, what a great way to fucking start it, brother. I loved that. That was that was a great time.
Yeah, I came for between 5 to 8 people.
So when was this?
I have no idea. This was heyday.
Like,
definitely.
did you just meet Ashanti at the time? Was it like that, or was it like
no?
Was
it was just like a general observation.
Okay.
She has a thing with boundary issues.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was that was awesome. Let's jump right into Butler right off the bat.
Oh.
You know, after having this wonderful poem to start with, we could jump into talking a little bit about that, or not. Let's get back to that later. Fuck it.